Today we're on chapter 6.6, and you should have this written down in your notes. It's all about adding and subtracting fractions. Give me a quiet thumbs up if you learned how to add or subtract fractions in 4th grade or 3rd grade. Excellent. We're going to take one step further. So today we're using equivalent fractions. Remember how yesterday we learned how to find equivalent fractions, and now we're going to take those equivalent fractions today and add and subtract them. Okay, so as long as you accomplished yesterday's goal, today's goal is just adding one little step on top of that. Okay? We've already talked about the problem of the day, which again reviewed how to find the least common denominator and then to use that least common denominator to write equivalent fractions. Okay? Now let's take a look at today's problem, first problem. It says Malia bought shell beads and glass beads. So two kinds of beads. One, beads that are made out of shells, and two, beads that are made out of glass. And she wanted to use these shells to weave them into designs in the baskets that she was making. She bought 1/4 pounds of shell beads and 3/8 pounds of glass beads. How many pounds of beads did she buy? Okay, for step one, when we have a word problem, we always need to figure out what is this problem asking me. Adam, what is the problem asking us?
It's asking us how many pounds of beads did she buy?
Okay, we want to figure out in total how many pounds of beads did Malia buy? What's the important information we need to solve this problem, Colin?
We need to know that she bought 1/4 pound of shell beads.
Okay.
3/8 pounds of glass beads.
Yeah. So she bought 1/4 pounds of shell beads and 3/8 pounds of glass beads. All right. How do I solve this problem? When I want to find the total of something, I need to use which mathematical operation, Siddharth?
You need to use addition.
Addition. So I need to add 1/4 pounds plus 3/8 pounds, and that will give me the total weight of the pounds of beads she bought. If you're taking good math notes, you're writing these equations down into your notebook so that you know what to do. Then if you're also taking good math notes, you're going to write step one. Step one, you need to find a common denominator. Now we've talked about how there's lots of different common denominators, but the easiest one to use is going to be the least common denominator, also known as the LCD. Excellent. Okay, what's the first denominator we have in these fractions? Tambi? 4. Okay. So then let's write out some multiples of 4. 4, 8. Oh, can I stop?
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, the second denominator we need to worry about is, Divina? 8. And let's list out some multiples of 8. 8. Oh, can I stop? Okay, good. Did I find a common denominator? Yes. The common denominator is 8. So I can write that the LCD is 8. Step 2 then is to write equivalent fractions that have the same denominators. When it says with like denominators, like means the same. So I want to rewrite 1/4 and 3/8 into fractions that have the same denominator. Now, which same denominator should I use? 8, okay? Now, when I want to rewrite 3/8 with a denominator 8, do I need to change anything?
No.
No, the denominator is already 8. Excellent. Now, when I want to change 1/4, how do I have to change the numerator in order to make it have a denominator of 8? Rashika?
So basically, you multiply 4 by 2 to get 8.
Mm-hmm.
Multiply the numerator 1 by 2 so you get 2.
Excellent. Then, now that I have to double check, are my denominators the same? Yes. Okay, they both have a denominator of 8. Once I have the same denominators, then I'm ready to add. So I can do 2/8 plus 3/8. Okay, if I have 2/8 and then I add another 3/8, how many 8s do I have altogether?
5/8.
5/8. And then I have to check, is 5/8 in simplest form?
Yes.
Good. The last thing I have to check is, what is my units? 5/8 what? Donuts? Cats? Inches of rain?
Yes.
5/8 what? Siddharth?
5/8 pounds of beads.
Good. I could also just write 5/8 pounds. And that would be my answer. Okay? When subtracting two fractions with unlike denominators, you're going to follow the same steps you followed when you were adding them together. Okay? So because can you subtract when you have different denominators? No, you cannot subtract two fractions when you have different denominators. So just like when you were adding, you have to find the LCD, write equivalent fractions until you have the same denominator, and then you can subtract. So this problem tells us to subtract 9 tenths minus 2/5. Now, right now, do we have common denominators? No. What are our two denominators? What two denominators do you see in this problem? Zara?
9/10 and 3/5.
Those are the fractions. What denominators do you see? 10 and 5. Are those numbers the same? No. So are we ready to subtract?
No.
Can I say 9 minus 2 is 7 and 10 minus 5 is 5?
No.
No. That would not be correct. So what do we need to do? We need to find the least common denominator. What is the least common denominator of these two fractions? Soham? 10. Okay. So I agree with you. So do we need to change 9 tenths at all? No. So 9 tenths is equal to 9 tenths. And how would I change 2/5 to a fraction, equivalent fraction that has 10 as the denominator? What do I need to do, Yenming?
You'll have to times 2 at the numerator.
Good. So what 2/5 is equivalent to what fraction? 4 tenths. Now do my two fractions have the same denominator? They have the same denominator of 10. If I have 9 tenths, but I take away 4 of those tenths, how many tenths do I have left? Adriana?
5/10.
5 tenths. Now, is 5 tenths written in simplest form?
No.
We can simplify it to 1/2. So the answer to this problem, 9 tenths minus 2/5, is 1/2.